Hello there, here we're prepping the seats, sanding seams, filling, final sanding and priming, part 2, and at the very end, a very special kit bash preview. I screwed up a couple of videos because of, once and again, my poor video skills, so I ended up recording a couple of different videos that I, well, for the most part, did gooder. I don't care what anyone says, but sanding is boring. So, the sanding sequences were all sped up to 3 times the normal speed. After originally sanding this down, one of the things I found other than the terrible seams was there was quite a bit of flash along the edges of the seat area. Not the side, the seat. So I ended up having to sand it all smooth, and sand I did. And used a 400 grit sanding stick, which you can see right there. I thought I recorded applying the Tamiya filler to the seam sides of the seats. Well, I was totally wrong. The Flash and or Sheldon Cooper would be really proud of me right now. Look at that, super speed. I am just, yeah, look at that, rocking and rolling. But I'm telling you what, boy, I love that Tamiya putty. It does not take long at all for it to dry. I had to apply just a little bit more of the Tamiya putty, and just sanding is the only way to do it, to be honest with you. Just sand, but boy, it is coming out just perfectly nice and smooth. These sanding sticks are fantastic. You got just a right perfect edge. You can get right down into a little crevice area and just get everything just sanded out perfectly. On a previous recording I set everything up to spray, and my spray gun goofed up because I totally forgot to clean it as well. I didn't forget to clean it, I just didn't clean it as well as I needed to. So, took it completely apart, scraped, clean, made sure everything was perfect, turned the air pressure up just a little bit too much, but it did end up coming out, pretty darn decent. Still using the 20% reduced thinner on it. Okay, I had the flow, and the air pressure turned up a little bit too much. So what ended up happening was, well, I got some runs. So, an old car painter's trick is that you take a little bit of a towel or paper towel, just one corner of it, and what you do is wherever you got your run or even a smudge, you pull down with it, and then you take and you reapply with a semi-heavy coat. What that does is that takes and lets it flow back over your area there, and it'll come out smooth as smooth can be. After you wipe, if you hit it right away with a slightly heavy wet coat, what's going to happen is it's going to flow right over where you just pulled that messed up primer paint away from. See, I'm just hitting it again, just a little bit right up on the top edge there. Those edges of those seats were kind of a pain in the butt a little bit. Because of the molding process, there were seams, so I had to sand them flat. I mean, flat. If you ever seen an actual car seat, there's no ridges in them. And that's what I was getting rid of. I'm not delaying here. What I'm doing is I'm reaching over for my block there, you can see, so I can stick that in, so I can set it off to the side, not worry about tipping over since they are wet. You can see how glistening wet they are. As I said before, ammo's got to get in the middle of everything, but this is the kit I'm going to bash with the 70 Chevelle. It's got everything in it that I need, including the big block Chevy for it. There'll be more in the next video about this kit. Thank you again for watching. Please like, please share, and please subscribe to this video. I appreciate it. Don't forget to ring that bell.